Buongiorno a tutti, siamo qui da DARF 2025 per fare qualche domanda a Tony Sandoval. I will do some general questions. Your works often features teenagers as a protagonist, stories where magic in some way intrude into reality. The question is, where does this narrative choice come from? Why do you find it so compelling?
Because it's an age of transformation. It's when a lot of things happens, and then this transformation is so fast. Well, I think it's so fast, and a lot of things happen, so it plays well to tell stories. So a lot of things happens back then in that period of time. So it's easy to pick up elements and play and make a story with. Yeah.
Speaking about transformation, in your works there are certain recurring elements like the rain, the clouds, the water as a mean of transformation. Why are you so drawn to this metaphor?
Look, man, I come from the desert. Water there is a bit rare, so it fascinates me. Fountains and stuff like that you have here in Roma is just fantastic, and they work some very often, right? So yeah, I dream a lot with water too, all kind of water. So mostly waters in nature, sea, rivers, streams. So yeah, it's a big element for me in my life, normal life. I'm very fascinated by that, and I like to observe the water when it runs, so something like that. So yeah,
I could guess you like to observe nature too, like forests or woods.
yeah, yeah. There is a big deal of that, but you know what? I like to see too small things. Like insects who grow up in the water, or they hunt in the water, or things around the water too. I spent hours when I was a kid observing that. I got not much time now that I'm an adult, working all the time to do that. But yeah, it's a very nice universes to explore and to observe and maybe make translation to graphic work.
Throughout your whole career,
Yeah.
you've used a wide range of techniques. How did you develop this language over time?
Well, I don't think there are wide. I mean, I have like a two or three techniques. That's it. I just mix them up when whatever the humor or the story is asking me for. If I need to tell about a dream or flashbacks or different parallel stories, I use it. But it comes with the mood. If I'm feeling that moment like doing watercolors or something, I use it. So, but I try to use it about the story.
I was saying, in your stories, there are often some elements that are left open or to the reader's imagination, some finales too. Why do you operate your story like that? What do you like of leaving these elements open to the reader imagination?
I think they're a part of your dictionary, a part of your image. How you say that? Archives. It's part of the stuff you've been exploring, and you've been playing with, and you make it yourself. And there are tools, and then you use them to tell the stories. And then sometimes you can think you only have tools and no story, but you start using them, and then just something start happening. So yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Okay. Now I want to go to a kind of more personal question, starting from Reservoir at Phoenix, if it's the original title, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, meeting in Phoenix.
There you recount your experience crossing the Mexican border, and my question is, given today's political climate in the US and today's policy for this, how do you look back to this story?
It was a moment, It was a moment that let's say that it's very different than it happens now. It's a reflection of that year that happens. I always say immigration is not a problem. It's just a tool for politicals, and then they use it as a weapon. Yeah, some immigrants can do a mess sometimes, but it's not the majority. I'm telling you, as myself, I'm a immigrant, and then I call myself that because it's the truth, you know. Even if it, for me is I don't need to be in Europe to live with my work. I mean, I could come back to Mexico and still keep working in Europe. I mean, but yeah, at some point I came here to knock doors and look for a job. So and I mean, I never been like a troublemaker or something like that. But yes, I mean it's in general. I think it's a tool for some uh, politicals to play with, and then yeah, that border with United States and Mexico has been always a mess. Always, it's not new. It's not new. As immigration stuff that had happened in the past too, a big run of deportation had happens already. It's just like we live for some mediatic times. You see, in every internet, we see so much information that the half of that information is not real, it's not true, it's exaggeration. Some little portion of the news is real, and the other one is just bluff to make you click. And yeah, reality. Let's say that when you see something like this, part of this is true, but many is bluff, you know, and any kind of news. So yeah, like now people are fighting for to show information, but yeah, getting back to the question, I mean, yes, this is the tool. When I passed, was possible to do it. Now is so many people trying to pass. Not only Mexicans. I mean, it's all kind of people from all around the world because it's easy to fly to Mexico or to Guatemala and then to pass to Mexico. They try to pass like that. I've been fascinated by that phenomena of immigration. I studied when I was doing the book, and it's so interesting. I just did a little blink of the eye that happens to me. I can tell you like everything I did in the book is 100% real. I mean, it
Okay.
happened like it happens. I don't exaggerating. I don't changing anything. It happens like that. So yeah, maybe it's not the most edgy story, but I don't have to exaggerate into saying, oh, I have a knife in my belly or something. But it happens. I mean, like it happens, you know. So, yeah. I mean, I, I hope I answered the question.
Yeah, I found Phoenix a beautiful story because it's not exaggerated. For me, it's a plus, a good thing of the story. So many autobiographics are in some way exaggerated or with a certain narration, but Phoenix it's a lot sincere for me.
Well, I tried my
Um,
best because it was a memory exercise. 19 years old story, and I have to remember the whole thing in my head. So, and I didn't take notes back then, so yeah, it was hard. It was hard to remember all the details, what happened first and after, and you know. Yes, I did a little edition for the readers to understand how happened the thing, but yeah, apart of that, everything is yeah.
the shoes thing was a strike for me.
The shoes, yeah, that was real. It was real, man. They were so stinky that the guy threw them away
Okay.
because it was like a week I didn't have socks. So and it's so hot, so it was sweating with the dust, and of course it smelled like a
Yeah.
fish, man. And I was,
The last panel. Now it's worse.
oh man, yeah. So, well, I changed that. I kept the shoes. I would put it in the back part of the car. Eventually, they get dry on. I remember found them like a year after. They were completely fine. They were not stinky anymore. We washed them and I used them back again. But I didn't throw it away. But no. That's the only thing I like.
Yeah, but it's perfect Pinelli. Um, so we thank Tony Sandoval. Scusa, potete passare. Basta che non lo urtate. Okay. I will cut this. So,
Cappuccino here.
the cappuccino.
No, but
This will be a nice blooper. Uh, Do you love cappuccino?
I mean, I'm sleepy. I need to get some coffee. It always happens in festival, man.
Okay. So I will do the question again because we have to cut.